Can we all stand in the proper posture for the national anthem of the picture? Round of applause for the two participating teams, and then we welcome you to match point 3. That will be a semi-professional football league for 2025. Here we have the boys from the south, that's in green and white, coming up against the both boys of Mabouya Valley, that's in the black. Keep back loud. Enjoy our second game here tonight.
Good evening and welcome back to the Larissus playing field down in Denry, and it's the second game of the evening for today, Sunday, the 17th of October, in the Premier League of the Semi-Pro Football League, and this one promises to be a cracking encounter. We have the top of the table and home team Mabouya Valley. They are taking on the boys from Vieux South, newly promoted Vieux South, but they are already in the reckoning. Elijah Williams with you alongside my trusty comrade, the critic, Tennis in Glasgow.
Good night. Of course, always a pleasure to be here on the stream. It is indeed an intriguing contest between the two. You have the league leaders, Mabouya Valley, at home a surface and place where they're quite comfortable. Let us see if they can be pleasing to their supporters. You know how Mabouya Valley is a district or a community who is big on football because of the history and of course the team being on top. They would want to urge that team on, and the team in himself would not want to disappoint. However, they're up against the Tier 2 champions in Vieux South, a team who had a good outing last time out at the Philip Master Grounds. Now let's see how they can travel, and they're going to travel very well. It's often said in St. Lucia, we don't have home and away, we have venues. So let us see if they can make do with the venue. And of course, the league leaders continue in their winning vein.
Well, correction, it's Leclerc who sit at the top of the Premier League table now with 4 wins from the opening 4 fixtures. But Mabouya Valley, who were at the top of the table for the majority of the opening rounds, they sit in second place on 10 points. And they're followed by Vieux South on 7 points from their first 4 games. Let's just try to get through the team news for you guys quickly. For Mabouya Valley, in goal is Daisy Joseph, Kayan Mondesi, Trevon Louisi, Govan Serbans Xavier, and Ran Tiso. They make up the back 4. Nathaniel Noel, Brandon Sandiford, and Claudio Joseph. Nathaniel Noel coming in for Kanye Sandiford. They make up the midfield. Alk Markey and Ethan Okuli, they hold their positions on the flanks. And down the center, it's Kovon Edward. If you guys are wondering, Maya Stanislas, he's featuring on the bench this evening, coming back from that injury. For Vieux South, we have in goal Glendon Ferdinand. He returns to goal after a stint on the bench the last fixture. Kimlan Mason, Kendall Clark, Mikesh Savory, and Jose Mathre. They make up the back 4. Montel Justin, Khan Joseph, and Jardel Harrow. They make up the midfield. Obafemi Poyot, as usual, down the middle, and he's flanked by Savio Elva and Taj Constantine, the standout player for Vieux South in their last fixture.
Vieux South taking control, trying to pin his ball upfield. Still in possession. Throw into Mabouya Valley. Vieux South, we see still able to maintain control deep in their half. It's a foul right now. Interesting position to take a free kick for the home team, Mabouya Valley. Because we just joining the stream, you'd have learned that Eli just corrected the table toppers are Leclerc, followed by Mabouya Valley, and in third position Vieux South. So we have a battle of second versus third.
Interestingly enough, critic, Trent Alexander does not feature this evening for Vieux South. In his stead is Montel Justin, number 15. So let's see how that works out for Vieux South. We've seen players being missing and other players slotting seamlessly. So let's see how that plays out.
Meantime, it's a free kick. Again, one from the training ground. Not a bad effort. Good idea, just a little poor execution. But we must credit the teams for trying something different.
Throw in there for Vieux for South.
In the meantime, Eli, you see a nice flow of spectators coming into the Larry Sus playing field. Of course, Mabouya being at home, they will need that energy from the crowd, the 12th man, as often said. Good defensive cover by Vieux for South.
Of course, both of these teams would have raised the Cup of Black Heart Champions. Vieux for South on 4 occasions, and Mabouya Valley, I believe, on 2 separate occasions, would have been crowned champions. So, no strangers to silverware.
Big history in terms of football from various levels.
I think both of these teams will tell you that they're sort of in a rebuilding phase. Vieux for South may be a little further along with that project than Mabouya Valley.
But good exchange between the two teams, despite they being in transition to a certain extent. But we've seen that Vieux for South coming up from Tier 2. And Mabouya Valley, they had a good stint last year. Maybe a bit of disappointment for them. But certainly this season, they have shown their growth. A well-organized team, play for each other. Good finishing.
Well, outside of the champions, Leclerc, Mabouya Valley would be the most informed team in this tournament. They've not lost a fixture going all the way back to last season, where they ended on a 4-match unbeaten streak. So that would make it 8 games into, if you look at the 4 games that they participated in thus far this season. So they're on an 8-game unbeaten run. Nothing to snooze at by any stretch of the imagination.
I like the pace and I like the tempo of that game. Both teams certainly trying to get a strong hold on the game in the first half. The goalkeeper coming way out to make that clearance. But it seems to be a game where both teams are comfortable with the pace and both teams are playing on the front foot to a certain extent.
Both of these teams like to attack. Both of these teams like to control the tempo of the game. And so far, they seem to be cancelling each other out. Both of them defend pretty well as well. Very good crowd in the Larry Sus playing field. I would probably guesstimate 500-600 patrons then thereabout on a Sunday evening. And it looks like they're still piling in, Critic.
Yeah, most definitely. Good possession spell there by Vieux for South. Good one-touch, good two-touch football. A little too much on there. But again, you could see the intent from Mabouya Valley trying to attack from the flank.
Of course, for Vieux South, Glendon Ferdinand is back in goal. Janoy Ambrose, his deputy, was in goal their last match, which was a 5-3 victory over Grosile. Regular keeper back between the sticks for Vieux South.
Not bad an effort at all. Not bad at all. Goalkeeper off his line. Trying to catch him from way out.
You will notice critic name missing from the team
Tej.
sheet for Mabouya Valley, that being in the person of Tej Pascal. Interestingly enough, the last game he missed, Mabouya Valley dropped points. They drew that encounter. Not trying to jinx them.
Whenever he's on the park, there's a higher percentage of Mabouya Valley winning.
Well, he doesn't only defend as a fullback, but contributes tremendously to the attack of the team, the build-up play. Govan Xavier.
He's been having a good season. Big clearance there by the centre back for Vieux. Ball comes across. Excites the crowd with his clearance. That's what the patrons want to see. Entertainment, body on the line, blocking, goal scoring. Good defending there by Mabouya Valley.
And despite this Mabouya Valley team being a very young team, they've played several games so far this season, missing some of their key players. Elias Henville is not with the squad. He's gotten an opportunity overseas. Of course, Maya Stanislas, the leading goal scorer, he's on the bench now, recovering from injury. We mentioned Tej Pascal not in the squad today, and of course, Kanye Sandiford, who's been a mainstay, versatile player for them. He's on the bench as well. He did pick up a knock in the last fixture. Don't know if that has anything to do with it or if it's a tactical switch. But Vieux South will tell you the same applies to them, because this evening they are without the services of Trent Alexander. We've not seen the likes of Noah Nicholas feature. Moses Henry is on the bench as well.
So lots of ins and outs. We will start to seek information on an injury report. So it'll be a better place to give our audience what's going on. You know, for example, Trent Alexander missing through, so a more comprehensive approach. But that will come. Meantime, we see an attack there by Vieux. Good keeping. Good keeping.
Well, I can tell you, Noah Nicholas is missing as a result of not being cleared as yet from an international transfer.
So some players and teams have some logistical issues to iron out. Meantime, it's a throw into Vieux South. Deep in the Mabouya Valley half, they continue to come up the right flank. It's another throw into Vieux South. Let's see, they're going to employ a long throw. Also, Eli, there are loads of persons, spectators rather, on the railing.
There are a good number of patrons in the facility.
Yeah.
And as I indicated earlier, they look like they're still piling in. do know there was a political rally in the area, so maybe we may have some folks who have filtered in from that activity. Although by simply looking at the crowd, that might not necessarily be the case because you don't see the colors.
Color indicator. Ball comes across in the area. Goalkeeper doing pretty well, just gobbling this one up. Very good save, but the pressure certainly is on in the half of the home team, Mabouya. Vieux South seems to be in control. Good passing, good switching. Just keeping that ball within themselves.
Savio Elva foul there. I'm tempted to say that we see in this Vieux South team getting better and better by the game critic.
Yeah, they're also gaining in confidence as well and a lot of bravery. And I say bravery not in terms of their tackling, but some of the passes that they make, they're chance passes, but because of the confidence that they have in themselves as a team, I find them very brave when they possess the football. Ball going out, handed back to Mabouya Valley.
Interesting ball in there, nothing coming of it. But maybe the first signs of real intent by Mabouya Valley.
Ball comes across. Good defending there by Vieux South.
You can see the corner.
Corner in favor of Mabouya Valley. We saw some trickery early on with a free kick. Here's another set play for Mabouya Valley. We see Servants making his way forward. Might he be the target?
Foul there on Brandon Sandiford, wearing the captain's armband for Mabouya Valley.
Good searching pass there by Servants, but Elva being able to intercept and immediately playing a ball through, trying to break the lines.
Sloppy play there by Mabouya. Good ball getting in there and a shot that was...
The angle would have been difficult, but effort on goal by Vieux South. This game is playing very quick. End-to-end action to a certain extent.
Yeah, Jardel Harrow there with that attempt. Coming forward from his midfield berth.
Good one touch play by Vieux for South. Elva continue on the left side. Good recovery there by Mabouya. So good football between the two teams. Like they all say in the table doesn't lie, 2 versus 3. Should be very good quality between them, good levels as well. Despite Mabouya.
Elva for ball in there.
Just beating the low side of the pole. Very, very good chance there. He would want this chance back. Does it look like Obafemi?
I think it is. I
Yeah,
think.
he might want to get this chance back. Certainly it's a big chance for Vieux for South. They have had the equal part of possession in this game. And there was a situation to go 1 up. And Obafemi, with a little more conviction, could have found the back of the net.
Alkamaki tricking himself on the sideline there. Two players coming together there. Looks like Obafemi Poyot and Trevor Louisi, it looks like.
Yeah, there's a little coming together.
All's well that ends well.
It's a free kick, foul there on the player. Possession to Vieux for South. Just caught offside there, should have done better. He had enough time to time his run. But again, we see Mabouya Valley trying to work it through the flanks. They may have just spotted a border of weakness on this Vieux for South team, so they continue to work through their left side. Should be very interesting.
Of course, just to shift gears a little bit, our very own St. Lucia Kings, they begin their title defense in the Caribbean Premier League tonight. Well, it should have started tonight. The match has been delayed by rain. Scheduled for an on-field inspection at just about 10 minutes after 9. They are to take on the Antigua and Barbuda Falcons. So, of course, wishing our St. Lucia Kings team all the best in their first encounter. Don't forget, we take a break from semi-pro football when the Kings come into town from the 23rd of August.
Meantime, it's a free kick to Vieux for South. Lofty one in the area. Goalkeeper making himself big, commanding, tall, strong, and collecting comfortably. Punts this one upfield.
Daisy Joseph.
Ooh, careful now, careful now. It's a little bit slippery. Good communication between defender and goalkeeper.
Game being played at a very frenetic pace here.
Yeah, big time. And the man in the middle is right there, calling that foul. Well positioned.
Currently, Napoleon is been on duty recently in the CFU Club Shield competition. So, officiating at the regional level. Hopefully soon he will be officiating at the international level.
Have to start somewhere. It's a journey.
We also currently have 4 of our female officials at the CFU Under 14 Girls Challenge. So they too will be looking to improve their credentials as match officials, which augurs well for the capacity building of the SLFA and by extension the Semi-Pro Football League.
Good skill exhibited there.
Tackles are flying in, critic.
Yeah, good game, man. Good all-around game. Trying to find young Elva. Elva snaps one across. Again, the angle a little too severe for him, but the ball stays inside. Possession to Vieux for South. Cross ball. Yeah, the pace is all right. Both teams seems to be enjoying the contact and pace in the encounter. The only thing missing in this game is a goal. The Mabouya Valley team continue to probe. Shot attempt from way out. Bit feeble. Wanting to do better. But like I mentioned earlier, majority of the attack for the Mabouya team is on their left side coming up. So like I said, may have just something that they may have just seen in terms of weakness for Vieux for South, but I'm not able to execute just yet. But Femi, for sure, he packs a shot. Took this one from way out. They continue with the press on the Mabouya Valley team.
Yeah, took that one well from about 30 yards out. Surprised that my dear friend critic did not refer to that as milk for the cat.
It wasn't really milk, you know. Because the goalkeeper had to spread himself to collect.
in my list. Ah, they have a referee there. They have a referee close. They have a referee close. There, Michael. They have a referee that's close. There, Michael. No, they're not mine. They're not mine. Was that not mine? I do not do it. Yeah, man. But look the referee there. So you want me to call that thing on the referee there?
Interesting contest between those two teams. Elva spreading this one to the left side. Possession maintained by Mabouya Valley. Throw in for Mabouya Valley on the right side. Should be a long throw.
Yeah, Alkamaki lining up to take this one.
Quite comfortable. Mabouya playing from the back. Subbans looking to spread on the left side. Should have been a better pass. Ball goes out of touch. There's a foul on Subbans at the back. So it's a free kick deep in their half or halfway in their half, Mabouya Valley. Just wanting to play it short. Better control needed.
Elva on the ball right now off the left flank. Just losing out there.
Quite composed at the back, Subbans. brought in for much experience. Former national player for St. Lucia, player at left back. Young Elva on the left side.
Oh, strike there by Elva.
Went for power rather than precision. Let's keep that ball on frame. And meantime, we hear in the crowd clamoring for a call from the referee. We spoke of his exploits regionally, but to be honest, I think he's having a tough one this evening so far. Just missing out on some occasions where, the result could have gone the other way. I think he's just a little behind Eli to a certain extent, not getting in there.
So you're saying he needs to get abreast of the play?
Yes, he's a little bit behind. So, hence the reason why the calls are not going Mabouya Valley's way. But I've seen about 2 occasions where it should be. However, he's a man in the middle. Just my observation.
There's a referee's assistant, not too sure exactly how they work those things out. They do have an intercom that they can communicate. Alkamaki also receiving some treatment just on the touchline there.
Yeah, to the shoulder area, because he was really impeded there. He had a situation where he had 3 defenders on him. And I was stunned that the call didn't go his way. But Vieux South do have supporters as well. You could hear them not too loud, but supporting the team in a manner that they're just waiting in anticipation. And we just saw young Elva, I wouldn't say spooning a chance, but at least make the goalkeeper make a save. Good running, resulting in a corner now for Mabouya Valley. The support is ever coming. And what I always enjoy is when spectators give advice to players on field in terms of what they fought or what they feel should have been done. That's how much they are into the action. See one of the players indicating that he has a problem with his shoulder, the number 16 for Mabouya Valley, indicating even a change as well. So he may have just felt the brunt of that tackling. So that's one we can keep an eye on.
I don't think Mabouya Valley can afford to lose any more of their starting players. 16 would be Claudio Joseph. Mabouya fans really starting to get a lancy.
Yes, yes.
Feeling like they're not getting the rub of the green.
Once you hear the familiar moan of AA, it tells you that they are the wrong end.
Good interception there by Saviola.
Again, goalkeeper on the mark. Right there to snuffle, to take this one in.
Yeah, well done there by Deji Joseph. Coming off his line quickly. to deal with what looked like a potentially dangerous situation there. Yeah, and Claudio Joseph again signaling to the bench. Interestingly enough, two Mabouya Valley players with shoulder discomfort. The other one being Alkamaki, who was involved in that coming together a little earlier on. You could see him also just clutching at his left shoulder, both of them clutching at their left shoulder.
Bit of trickery on the line there. The fans certainly enjoying this.
Crowd has really grown, critic.
Oh yes.
Several hundred people in the venue right now taking in this top of the table clash between the Vieux South and the Mabouya Valley. First half just winding down. Would you say any team has gotten a foothold on the game just yet?
No, I think the game is in the balance. I think both teams have tried to get a better of each other. But I think it has been in a balance. But in terms of who I think should have been on top, I think the Vieux South team has had more occasions where they have sighted goal. But generally, it has been in the balance. Mabouya Valley here and there, but again, no one really threatening the goalkeeper for Vieux South. For Vieux South, whilst we have seen the goalkeeper for Mabouya Valley have to come off his line and just take the ball in. But generally, the game has been in the balance.
And the clock playing that one. Good interplay there by Mabouya Valley. Wanting a little too much time on that one there. And eventually Vieux South wins it back and they're off. Mabouya Valley faithful expressing their displeasure with how that attack just broke down there.
Yeah, they may have just not reached a cul-de-sac, but they fought. If you want to build, you build, but you must have an end product. So the pass into the final third wasn't coming. And then the defense just recovered on them, and then they had to mount an attack themselves. So that's why I've said the game has been in the balance. No team able to really make fruit of when they put those passes together to have a shot on goal. Not much time for the end of the first half.
No, not at all. And going into the 2 minutes of stoppage time signaled by the fourth official. But this game has been very interesting to say the least. And there goes the whistle, Renly Napoleon blowing for halftime. It's Mabouya Valley nil, Vieux South nil. Of course, we're back with action here at the Larry Seuss playing field down in Dennery, where second and third place in the Premier League are locked at 0-0. Second half resuming here. Those two teams being Vieux South, decked all in green, traditional green, and the home team Mabouya Valley in their black. Of course, Elijah Williams with you alongside the critic, Tennis in Glasgow.
Yeah, good atmosphere of football if you're missing out. Say if you miss school, you miss out. But I'm telling you, there are some sumptuous fixtures that you should really take in when it comes to the Semi-Pro Football League, and tonight is one of them, where the 2 versus 3 on the table, Mabouya Valley taking on Vieux South. First half has been a very balanced encounter, and I'm expecting those teams to, as I say, so a snapshot there by Sandiford from Mabouya Valley. But as I see it, both teams again would want to continue in the same vein. A good pacey attack by both teams. It's just a matter of them getting it together in the final third. And I say so, Elva taking a shot from the left side. Goalkeeper able to take it in. But this is how this game has been, you know. End-to-end action with both teams. But we're just yet to see that telling pass in the final third where one attacker can slot it home. The crowd has been up to it as well because the crowd is, you know, in the percentage of the Mabouya team. And they have been trying to spur on their team. Vieux South has some fans as well. But it's all about finishing between those two teams right now.
Well, they say the crowd is the 12th man in Mabouya's case tonight with the numbers we see in there. It may be the 12th and 13th man, giving Mabouya a 2-man advantage. But so far, Vieux South have been holding their own. It's been a very interesting matchup. Play has been physical, but not dirty by any stretch of the imagination. Been end-to-end, and as I say so, we see is that Govan Xavier on the ground there, Servants, it looks like. Oh no, it's not, it's looks like the striker Kovan Edward. Still look at my bearings critic. Teams have switched sides. As the physio is trotting on again.
We also have a very interesting battle between Obafemi and Subans. Experience versus youth. Every time we see Obafemi trying to get a little closer to Subans, that's one you could certainly look out for, Eli.
I mean, it's always nice to watch the games via the live stream. Always nice to get in some of the commentary. But I'd say to you, it's even better to be here at the venue to take in the atmosphere down at the Larry Seuss playing field. Looks like people are still piling in, critic.
Yeah, of course. I mean, what is it going around? And earlier on you mentioned that because of the political rally within the environs of the playing field, but now you can see the colors coming in.
Yeah, you could see
second,
the
yeah,
colors
you could see the
starting to-
colors
yeah,
coming in
starting to
the
pile
second
in.
half. Yeah. Shot from about 60 yards or so out. A daisy cutter to a certain extent. Mabouya able to keep control.
Hopefully, it doesn't spell anything bad for the goalkeeper of Mabouya Valley, who's Daisy Joseph.
Two surnames. Because at the half I met Ryan Daisy and Marlon Daisy.
This Daisy is spelled differently. It's
That's
spelled
right.
like the flower.
That's right.
Crowd getting into it there.
If you don't hear that word, you're not in a St. Lucian environment.
That's correct. It's absolutely correct. I mean, you can easily identify a St. Lucian in any part of the globe when you hear those two words.
Good trickery there. Searching pass towards the left side there. Oh, good defending by V4.
And again, Mabouya Valley playing very directly now, really trying to barrel down on the goal of V4 South. Applying a little bit of pressure there for the last 5 odd minutes.
Certainly so there, and they resulted in a corner for the Valley. Interesting back heel, Eli. Trying to sneak this one under the goalkeeper, but he was quite aware of the situation.
Let's take a look at that replay.
Yeah.
Ball coming in.
Back heel.
Yep.
Just got a little knock
Yeah,
in the
Edward
process. Yeah.
going for that one there. He had all his right to go for that ball. Don't think he committed. Well, it was a foul eventually blown there by Renly Napoleon. But Curvon Edward had all the right to go for that ball, so nothing malicious in that. All's well that ends well. Glendon Ferdinand back up and running, getting the game back up and running. A little something I observed watching the commencement of the English Premier League critic is that I've seen our officials blow for the 8-second call on the goalkeeper, which results in a corner kick. But what I've observed is that any defending... Oh, there's shot there, snapshot there, and another one! And all of a sudden, V4 South threatening to turn this game on its head.
Good spell, good possession by V4 South Ubafemi. Of course, we know he packs a shot. Good shot, and the goalkeeper may have just outdone himself, but the defense was able to stand tall for Mabouya Valley and defend. Resolute defending. The physio getting onto the field in sort of a bouncy fashion to deal with the goalkeeper and see how best he can get himself back on. But good opening spell in the second half there by V4 South.
I was saying just a little earlier, what I've observed is when the opposition players are trying to impede the goalkeeper from recommencing the game quickly, a free kick is afforded to the goalkeeper. But I've not seen that employed. I'm not sure if this is just specific to the Premier League. I've not seen that one employed.
Locally, yeah.
Locally.
Let's keep an eye on this one. So it's a free kick now for Mabouya Valley, deep in their half. Not sure if it was a cross or a shot, but Obafemi trying to put a stamp on this game.
I think his mind was saying cross, but his mechanics is so accustomed of shooting. That's what came off.
So he basically shot on sight.
Nah, just joking. I think he wanted to try to put that one across. Just
Yeah.
Got it a little wrong.
Yourself recovering well. Good effort trying to find him behind. That would have been a very good pass, but interception. But we must give credit to both teams. At some point in time, we thought the pace would have wilted, but they seem to be playing at a high tempo still.
It's been the best part of an hour.
Yeah.
Just about creeping into the 59th minute of play. The intensity levels of both teams, as you indicated, Critic, are very much there. Renly Napoleon blowing a foul in favor of Mabouya Valley. We've not seen too much of Taj Constantine on the right flank for Vieux for South. He was very influential in the last fixture against Rosalie. Scored a stunning goal.
I remember he had the comforts of the Philip Marsley. The fans were right up in his face.
That's right. And as I say so, he's on the ball.
Foul there. Crowd growing a little impatient. You could hear it in their murmurs. And they want their team to get onto the score sheet. Like Eli mentioned, it's a good part of an hour, but somebody needs to find the back of the net.
Some of these patrons, if they could kick the ball for the players, they would do so. A dangerous ball in there.
The attacker showing some bravery there, just trying to put his neck on the block. He too has a little ball of cramp as well. As the dew sets in.
Still 0-0 here at the Larissus playing field. Two teams that have scored a lot of goals so far in the 4 matches played. So you would not have thought that in the 62nd minute of this encounter there would be no goals scored. By no means does that indicate that these teams have not been attacking. They've been attacking relentlessly, but the defense is on top tonight.
A good switch of play to the left side. Foul on Obafemi.
Experience there of Govan Xavier Sabant. I think caught way up the pitch, was not about to allow Obafemi any time or space to turn and pick up a head of steam.
I think we've seen 2 substitutions there by Vieux.
Well, a very noticeable figure of Moses Henry is on for Shortage Constantine. We saw him trotting off.
Good defending there by Mabouya Valley. And we see Vieux South mounting an attack on the ball goes out of touch. It's a throw in now to Mabouya Valley. With a clumsy play right there. But then again, one might say why he put his head there. So it's a free kick now to Vieux South. Reception there by Vieux South.
Good interplay there by Canias Sandiford, who's now into the game.
Yeah, I suspect he may have been carrying something up, like you said, a little tactical, but he looks fit to me. So it probably could have been a tactical decision so that he could come in and, at this point in time and have some influence on the game.
He's definitely having some bit of influence on the game as Team heading that one on frame. Collected by the goalkeeper for Vieux for South, Glendon Ferdinand.
Good passing by V4. Ever there was a clearance, that's a hell of a clearance. Directed straight at us, Eli.
Some of the hazards of the job.
However, we were able to keep our composure.
Very much so.
Yeah, yeah. Interesting. Very, very much interesting. Before South now, if you ask me, have taken control to a certain extent of this one. You see them making some raids into the final third. There we see Elva try to weave his way through traffic. That was like me earlier this afternoon.
Corner given there by Renly Napoleon.
But Elva, despite we speak of, Obafemi, but the young Elva has have a good game, all in all.
There's been growing in terms of stature and influence for this Vieux for South team, as we see the physio, Miss Tiffany Modest, for the Mabouya Valley team, earning her paycheck tonight. She's been on quite a few times. It always seems very happy to come on and assist.
Yeah, that's their job. Physios. It's going to be a corner for Vieux for South. Other physio at the other end now. Goalkeeper needing some attention.
That would be Miss Nisha Octave. Good to see the ladies involved in football. Equal opportunity sport.
And they say it's a ladies' world, we just live in it.
Well, I pay rent.
Yeah.
It comes at a cost.
Yeah, for sure. Big time. Big time. I see the youngster making his way with the physio.
So far, not the goal fest that we've seen on other match nights. Only one goal scored between the two fixtures on the cards. That being South Castries recording their first victory of the Premier League against Canaries, 1-0. And this encounter, we're still at 0-0. We're into the 73rd minute. But nonetheless, we've seen two very interesting and engrossing fixtures.
Fresh onto the scene. Cloud applauding the effort. Yeah, it has been intriguing between the two. It's sort of like a semi-finals. Nobody wants to give it away, just want to get to the final. That's how keen it has been contested. I always say the table doesn't lie, so 2 versus 3 is supposed to be like this. Now, you know, the fans pay the money for goals, but sometimes it doesn't always manifest as you want it to be. I think it's been a good contest nonetheless. I think the Vieux South team has improved on their performances. And they're all around playing their approach. Like Eli mentioned, it has been a tight game, but there hasn't been any dirtiness in terms of tackling. I think the teams are very much at each other, in a tough manner. It's a corner now to Vieux South. Let's see the delivery. It's a left footer. Not bad.
Another corner.
He seemed to be aiming for the first pole. He wanted that ball to be a little higher. You can give a player a chance to get onto it. In similar fashion.
Oh, wow. Let's take a look at that replay. I could swear I saw the attacker get into that ball first. And he did get to the ball first, and he was clattered into by the goalkeeper. Referee says nothing doing there. Amaziah Edwin into the game for Mabouya Valley. Of course, there's a huge inquest going on.
Yeah, well, if that's not a penalty, I don't know what you want to call it. But the replay clearly showed that the goalkeeper made serious contact with the attacker.
And no contact with the ball.
None at all. Strange enough as well, the AR, the assistant referee, nothing. Don't know what more Mabouya Valley can do to get a penalty. The referee trying to justify his point with his gestures in terms of saying why it wasn't. But Mr. Referee, I can tell you, you got it wrong. Look at this. Bang.
Definitely making contact with the ball in number 9 for Mabouya Valley. And literally getting steamrolled by Glendon Ferdinand in goal for Vieux for South. Can hear the moans from the Mabouya Valley support. They feel like they've been hard done this evening.
I feel the pain. The game continues.
Janil Alexander in for Saviola Elva. 80th minute of play.
Ball goes out of touch. It's a corner now for Vieux for South. Cleared out of the area.
Ball cycled all the way back to the goalkeeper. We see Amaziah Edwin in number 9 back on. Hopefully he feels no ill effects from that tackle. You know, they say when you get a heavy blow like that, critic, you have to drink sugar water or chichima.
You are correct. I don't think that's in the old days. I think they might have something new now. It might be the same concept but a different name. Something medical, which does the same job but under a different scientific name, you know.
Maybe it's called by the English name, turmeric.
Turmeric.
Yeah.
Yeah. But I'm happy the youngster is back on, no injuries. And we're still in anticipation of that goal between those teams. But 2 versus 3.
Yeah, for those of you youngsters listening in, those are old remedies that assist in expelling dead blood and preventing clots.
Ball spread to the right side. into the 80th and onward mark. Both teams showing the prowess in defense. Resolute, hard to crack. Searching pass in the area. Good strong tackling by the centre back for Mabouya Valley.
That's Trevin Louisi there, the number 6. Donovan Purpey also into the game. For Vieux South. He's a very prolific goal scorer at the secondary school level.
Goal kick signal.
And that was Maya Stanislas returning to the fold for Mabouya Valley. Coming back from that injury. Nasty collision with the South Castries goalkeeper Murdad Antoine down in PF4, the Philip Masley grounds, just a couple of weeks ago. He was in concussion protocol, as we say in our local palace, 2D protocol.
Crunch time, winding down time. Will the defense of both teams hold, or it's one team provide an opportunity? Can Vieux South get on the score sheet late in the encounter?
Kimlan Mason quickly plays that one in. Ngoba family wanted a little too much time there. Should have probably looked to hit that one first time out of the air. See what happens. Dangerous ball in there by Kimlan Mason. Nobody able to get on the end of it, and just as quickly Mabouya Valley launches a counter attack.
Quick to recover as well. I think we must praise, as much as when we come to watch football, we want to see goals being scored, but I think at this occasion we must praise the defense of either team. And as I say so, we see Mabouya Valley try to come into the fray. Ball cleared by Vieux South. A big heave upfield. Over Femi to chase. Mabouya Valley just trying to keep this one and then play a searching pass.
Good ball over the top there.
A little too much on this
Too
one.
much.
Good technique using the outside part of the foot.
There's Maya Stanislas. Poor ball in there.
Both teams keep on trying. Not much left in the encounter.
You know, normally when you have a goalless draw, it's referred to as a stalemate. I can guarantee you there's nothing stale in the performances from either of these two teams.
They've really tried, but this time it looks like the defense has really come up trumps. It's a free kick now to Mabouya Valley. Interesting position as well. If they can get the right connection, make a good delivery. I just want to see that ball falling into the penalty spot area, and the likes of Subbans can get onto it.
You think this game, particularly for Mabouya, may have missed the guile and creativity of Atej Pascal? A lucky Nicholas for Vieux for South as well. Good football there by Vieux for South, and offside
Side
flag is
position.
up. Yeah. So good call by the official, just straight offside there.
Yeah, interesting enough. Yeah, I think, for example, young Tej is quite vital to how Mabouya Valley attacks. He could play on either flank as a wing back. He can defend, he can get past his man as well. Put in some telling crosses, as he's known for. So Mabouya Valley may have just missed that. And likewise, the other creative players for the Vieux for South. So creativity has been missed, but defenders have really shown their way.
Team effort there.
Weak effort. That's where the tiredness comes in.
Yeah, Jardel Harrow put in a shift for Vieux for South.
Players putting their body on the line. Good save there by the goalkeeper. Shows you the intent of both teams want the victory. Loads of blocks. It's been a long night. It's been a tiring night. Hard working.
I think we're into 2 of the 4 added on minutes indicated by the 4th official.
Foul call on the skipper for Vieux South. So it looks like that might be the last chance for Mabouya Valley to put something into the box area and try to get something out of it.
Just for you guys viewing the stream, the action continues. On Tuesday night, defending champions Leclerc, they come up against Soufre, and Denry come up against Grosile.
What's the venue for those games?
I believe it's back here at the Larissus playing field.
The St. Lucian crowd, despite the scoreline, will get something to energize them. Whether it be a tackle, there must be something to go home with.
And there you have it, folks. Honors even. Vieux South 0. Mabouya Valley 0. And that's it for us for tonight down there at the Larissus playing field. Of course, join us for the next streaming matches. Just keep it locked to the social media handles of the Semi-Pro Football League. You can catch them on Facebook. You can also catch them on YouTube. That's where the live stream is going on. And of course, via the website, slusemyprofootball.com. For Elijah Williams and Tennyson Glasgow, good night.
All right, so I'm here with Daisy Joseph, the goalkeeper for the Mabouya Valley team. A team that has been going a good run in the competition from since last season. You guys came up against Vieux South, nil all draw. Your thoughts on what you think you guys could have done better to get a better result?
Honestly, I don't think there's anything we could have done better. Maybe try a bit harder. The chances we threw away, our communication level. I think the guys worked hard through all our training sessions. I think it paid off, but couldn't score. Honestly, I don't think there's anything we could have done better.
Good. So you're in a good stand. You're in a good stead. I think you guys are second on the table. How do you see it going forward?
How do I see it going forward? Well, after today, no more draws, only wins. We're going to work hard in training. We're going to put in the work, and it's going to bring results.
You always so continue in a good stead.
Yeah. The only thing about this game I didn't like was the calls from the ref. He had a good run during the game, but then that one call with the keeper, that was a straight-on penalty. You know, I want to celebrate my clean sheet today, but without a goal, I don't think I can celebrate it.
It's a little meaningless.
Yeah.
So I wish you guys go in the competition. You guys are a very good team, so keep the guys focused and all the best going forward.
Thank you.
I'm here with Kimlan Mason, the captain for the Vieux South team. Kimlan, I saw you guys fight for the full 90 minutes. Are you disappointed with the score, with the result, or you thought you guys could have done a little more?
Yeah, we got disappointed with it because we got a couple of chances, but we didn't put them away, especially in the last few minutes. We got them, but we didn't take them.
All right, I know you guys just came up from Tier 2, and you guys are now in Tier 1. Is it a situation where Vieux South wants to make a mark? Do you want to win it all, or just be comfortable in the top 4?
Now we want to go all the way, because that's Vieux South. We've been on top, then we dropped, so we're trying to get back on top.
Yeah, and your fans always want you guys to remain on top. I mean, something to take. What is the positiveness that you can take from this encounter?
Just keep training, keep fighting for each other, and just keep going hard all the way. Yeah.
All right, Kimlan, I wish you guys all the best. And until your next encounter, let's see how it turns out for you guys. All right, cool, man. Brings us to the end of our stream for tonight, right here at the Larry Spain Field. In the earlier encounter, South Castries, the team at the bottom of the table, was able to get past a highly fancy Skyneries team 1-0, and the encounter which just finished ended up in a 0-0 draw between Mabouya Valley and Vieux South. Until next time, Tennyson guys go. Signing out.